Please rise for the incense ceremony. In gratitude, we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as Earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted awareness, and the fruit of understanding, slowly ripening. May we, and all beings, be Buddhas, companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. Please remain standing for the 3 refuges. You may make a full bow if you care to, or a half bow with each refuge, as fits your needs. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Please be seated. So we'll now recite the 5 wonderful precepts. I'll share them on the screen.
The first wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. This is the first wonderful precept.
The second wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. This is the second wonderful precept.
The third wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I am determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I am determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. This is the third wonderful precept.
For the fourth and the fifth precepts, we don't have volunteers decided, so just feel free if you're moved.
The fourth wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news that I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. This is the fourth wonderful precept.
The fifth wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I am determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I am aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. This is the fifth wonderful precept.
I'd now like to offer a recording of the Heart Sutra, although if anybody is so moved to do it live, we can entertain that. I don't see any hands, so I'll go into this. Following this, we'll flow just right into our 15-minute meditation.
emptiness itself is this body. This body is not other than emptiness, and emptiness is not other than this body. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, phenomena bear the mark of emptiness. Their true nature is the nature of no birth, no death, no being, no non-being, no defilement, no purity, no increasing, no decreasing. That is why in emptiness, body, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness are not separate self-entities. The 18 realms of phenomena, which are the 6 sense organs, 6 sense objects, and 6 consciousnesses, are also not separate self-entities. The 12 links are and their extinction are also not separate self-entities. You being the causes of you being, the end of you being, the path, insight, and attainment are also not separate self-entities. Whoever can see this no longer needs anything to attain. Bodhisattvas who practice the insight that brings us to the other shore see no more obstacles in their mind, and because there are no more obstacles in their mind, they can overcome all fear, destroy our own perceptions, and realize perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future, by practicing the insight that brings us to the other shore, are capable of attaining authentic and perfect enlightenment. Therefore, Shariputra, it should be known that the insight that brings us to the other shore is a great mantra, the most illuminating mantra, the highest mantra, a mantra beyond compare, the true wisdom that
Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know that this is a wonderful moment. Please take a minute to settle yourselves. Welcome, other people that just joined us. Glad you're here. How about we take a 5-minute break and then reconvene? What the plan was, and this is open to revision if we want to, but I had allocated about 70 minutes or so for our Dharma speed dating. We're doing really well on time, so we could actually expand that. And the other thing I wanted to mention is we currently have 5 people that have volunteered to offer a Dharma talk, and we are open to accepting walk-ons. So if anybody is so moved, we will have room for that also. I would like to, at some point, just discuss briefly what our year has been, since this is the last practice. I think we had a great year. I would like to just talk about that briefly. So that, and then also I think we could share a little bit about the retreat. What came out of it for those that weren't there. Just a brief overview as much as we know right now. So anyway, that's my plan, and we can do that in any order. So anyway, break time. So about 5 minutes or so, please.